Hey folks, my name is 𝗙𝗢𝗦𝗧𝗔𝗚𝗥𝗔𝗠. I'm the owner of 𝗙𝗢𝗟𝗡𝗙𝗢𝗪 Innovations, and I design upgrades to a variety of products out in the market. I do manufacturing in the United States and in China, and I'm currently in China talking to a manufacturer I've been working with for the last 3 years, and we're talking about new product development and prototypes. I want to take you through the process of working with that manufacturer. The name of the company is Peoplemech, and I'm going to spend the next 5 minutes explaining how I work with Peoplemech to produce my parts. It all starts with your idea, whether it's a drawing, 3D models, sketches on a napkin. You can be a large corporation that is looking to outsource some of your manufacturing. You could be a hobbyist or an inventor who is just hoping to get your product developed to have it manufactured. Whatever the case may be, you can begin the process by providing that drawing or those 3D models or the sketches to the folks at Peoplemech. So to kick things off with Peoplemech, take a look at the information down below this video and send your files over to them, and you can start the process of talking about how to get your parts manufactured. Now, in my case, I'm going to use a very particular example. This is one of my stainless steel grips, and you can see that grip here. We'll talk about this more in a moment, but this is a drawing that they produced from my 3D model. So I had sent them a 3D model, they produced this drawing from it, and from this drawing, they were able to produce the sample. The very first thing that's going to happen is they're going to do a technical review of what it is that you're trying to develop. They're going to take a look at what materials you need, what kind of tolerances you need, any kind of details like the knurling on this grip, and have a discussion with you about that and about the costs involved and the time frame involved and availability of materials. You'll go over a lot of material like that. Once you're through the technical review and you know what it is that you want to produce in terms of a sample, then you can move on to having that sample produced, having it shipped to you. In this case, I typically have these parts expressed to me in the States. Take a look at the parts, make sure that the dimensions are what you expect, the material, any kind of details. And once you have a sample that you like, you can then move on to production. Now, if you need more samples, if you want to make changes, you go back to Peoplemech and you say that you'd like to change some dimensions or some details, and they'll do that. And then produce another sample, send that out to you, and until you get to a point that you like what you see. Once you're at this point, the next thing you're going to do is purchase order, and that's going to involve putting down a deposit, which is typically a percentage of the entire purchase order, so that they can go out and source these materials and start production for you. Once that purchase order and the deposit are placed, your product will go into production, and it's an iterative loop in the sense that when they begin producing this, many things can occur. There are many different kinds of challenges and problems that can come up during production. Some of it may be that maybe something is out of spec. However, it may be that one of your customers changed the requirements of the parts that you're producing, and you need to contact Peoplemech to have them make changes and now basically go back into production to produce the revised version of your parts. So this is an iterative process until, of course, all of your parts are produced. At that point, you move on to the last steps, which is packing and shipping. One of the things that I like about working with Peoplemech is that the unit cost that I get includes all of the packing, meaning that I can have this put in a foam sleeve or bubble wrap, put into a cardboard box with my logo on it, which is exactly what I do. And on your purchase order, the unit cost includes all of that extra material. In the States, I have to do it a little bit differently. I have to order the boxes separately, order the foam separately, and do all of the assembly myself, which as a small business is a lot of extra overhead for me. So instead, I'm able to have all of this packaged from the start when it's shipped from them to me, and I get a product that I can ship out immediately to my customers. The last part of it is the shipping. In this case, Peoplemech is going to ship to the dock in Qingdao, China, and it is your responsibility to then ship from Qingdao to you. And you can do that. The larger companies are already going to have this process in place and already work with freight forwarders, but for a lot of you smaller companies, you're going to have to hire a freight forwarder to ship from Qingdao port to your country and ultimately to your door. So that's it. That's the overview of how to work with the folks at Peoplemech. And again, to kick things off, I suggest contacting them. The information is down below. I've been working with the company for 3 years, and I look forward to working with them for many more years. I was not paid to do any of this video for them. I decided to do it while I'm here in China so that hopefully some of you can take advantage of their services too. Thank you for watching the video, and I hope you have a great day.